Hello everyone, my name is Marco, and today I'm gonna explain you real quick how to practice art as a beginner. So you started drawing recently and you wanna get better, but you don't really know how to get better in art, how to practice it correctly. So I'm just gonna give you a few tips that I used as a beginner, and these tips I use still to this day, and it really helps me a lot. So let's begin. First and very basic is to practice hand movement. What I mean by that? Draw on paper different line strokes. Draw a lot of cross-hatching, different lines, circles, squares. Draw lines in different positions, different thickness, everything just to practice this hand movement, because hand movement is one of the most important thing in art. Your hand must not be stiff, and your hand must be fluid, so you can make clean lines when you do your art. Next one is to practice shapes. This one is extremely important. You need to practice 3D shapes, because by practicing 3D shapes you're gonna have much more easier time understanding space or characters or anything that you need to draw. So just draw like different geometrical shapes like cubes or something like that. So yeah, practice 3D shapes. This is one of the most important things, and I still practice all these things still to this day because it's really helpful and it's gonna give you a much more knowledge about 3D space and characters and everything that you need to draw. So practice 3D shapes. The next thing that I truly recommend to use is to trace references. It's gonna help you if you are beginner or intermediate artist, because tracing your references is gonna get you much more better understanding of that reference, or it's gonna get you much more better understanding of anatomy or the gesture of this reference, and anything about like drawing the figure or something is gonna give you much more better understanding of this. I trace references still to this day because it's one of the best ways to learn how to draw or to be better at art. But do not just trace references, you need to draw something by yourself, but just trace reference to learn and understand this reference. And one of the most important thing in art is to be consistent. Without consistency, you can't improve. Simple as that. Just be consistent. You don't need to draw like 8 hours a day every day. You just need to draw like 10 to 15 minutes a day, and eventually you're gonna see the progress. But if you just draw like 2-3 times a week or once a week, that's not gonna work. You need to be consistent. You need to draw every single day for like 5 to 10 to 15 minutes. No, that's not that long, but you need to be consistent, because if you are not, you are gonna get rusty really fast. And if you're not consistent, you are gonna have much harder time improving. So the quick summary of this video is: practice hand movement, because your hand needs to be fluid. You need to have like fluid hand movement, and your hand must don't be stiff. So because of that, practice hand movement. Second thing is to practice shapes, especially 3D shapes like a cubes or something like that, because it's gonna give you much more easier time understanding 3D shapes, etc. Trace references, because by tracing references you are gonna have much more easier understanding of these references, and you're gonna have much easier time understanding anatomy and other things. And always be consistent. That's it for today's video, and thank you everyone for watching. We reached like 500 subscribers, so thank you everyone for that, and see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.